Okay, welcome to the Locals in the Loop podcast. We're sitting here with founder and designer Brendan Coles of the Echo Calm. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks, Alexa.
So, Echo Calm, what's your elevator pitch?
Well, my elevator pitch is look, it's a sensory mindfulness tool. It has three main features, 18 actions. I always say to everyone to pick one up first, have a go. But if they can't pick one up, basically it's got three main features, 18 actions, all really good for anxiety, stress, and focus and concentration. So take it out. Show you this is the main feature here. It has
Is it ironic that you're kind of speaking really fast?
Yeah, I know. I always speak really
It's so
fast. So
calming.
I literally I always do that. That's cool, yeah. So that's pretty much how it rolls really when I talk to people at the markets. But I usually don't go that fast. Yeah, it's usually a little bit slower than that. But, So three main features. You've got and looking at the turn here. So within the turn you have silent mode, and you've got that little trickling sound there. So that's with the echo logo facing down. You have the silent mode, and then the trickle echo logo facing up. Put that trickling sound, and then if you do this one, so you do the sensory click, slide it out like that, flip the bass around so the bottom of the bass is facing up, then you put the gear up the top, you create that sensory vibration. Each and every echo has its own unique vibration, which is super significant and very different compared to a lot of other sensory items. And
so this is more for calming.
Centering, grounding sort of aspect. Yeah. So that's the fact that it has that feedback can really help to center you and ground you, particularly in difficult situation. Hence the word echo, which actually stems off the word equanimity, which means calmness and composure in difficult situations.
There you go.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go.
And then obviously you get everyone when they come up to you and say it's another fidget spinner, and you say fuck off.
Yeah,
what else
that's right. Yeah, what else you said? That's like running through.
What's the PG version?
I say, actually, it's a very unique tool, like sensory tool that can really help guide you in different situations. So, but it actually has 18 actions. I mean, that's really what I say. Like, I just go straight to the point, basically saying it's super multifaceted, and it's more of a holistic tool than anything.
Yeah.
So, it's very, very diverse, but it all, can help you with, again, which is a similar sort of aspect as fidget spinners, focusing and concentrating, but then it has that extra element of meditation as well.
Yeah.
So, they're the really unique aspects and that differ from all of those other sensory and fidgets. So, yeah.
So how did, firstly, the idea come about? So tell us about your background.
I've had where the idea came from originally. So I've had a bit of a mental health journey myself.
Yeah.
So it's been a really interesting journey, just discovering myself on a different level as well. And I've also learned from many other people too, but just about mental health in general. And I actually I was diagnosed with bipolar when I was 15. And I've didn't really understand it at first. I wasn't really sure what was going on because I was so young, and I was also going through a lot of hormones.
Yeah, that's a really young age. Is it normal to diagnose that young?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, it's. I feel like it wasn't right at that particular age, but when I'm looking back on it as well, I feel like I'm so I'm really accepting of everything and that I've learned and that has happened throughout my journey, because I feel like if I weren't diagnosed at that point, I wouldn't be where I am now. Yeah. And that's super significant for me. It could have been different ways, but that I have learned, and what that I could have become who I am in a different different format, different sort of way.
Because that would have been really hard to hear at 15. You'd be like, because you don't really understand it. You get painted this thing, and then so what did you kind of do to deal with that when you walked out there? It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I honestly when I it was really hard. It was really really difficult. It was kind of stressing me out as well because I was like in end of year 10 and I was sort of like freaking out, like, you know, I was like, what am I going to do? Like, what am I doing in my life and stuff? And I felt, the thing is though, like when I was diagnosed, I actually felt really on top of everything.
Yeah.
And that's when it was just like, I felt like things were too good, you know, life was too incredible, everything was too amazing and stuff. And I was like, why is everything going so well? Like, is there something wrong?
Yeah.
And that's when I was just like, okay, well, maybe I need to do something about that. But purely like, you know, like I think everyone goes through different stages in their life and everything goes, you know, I think, just it's all, I've always questioned it, like going back to it, but I think, you know, like, again, like if I didn't accept, like though, you know, because I accepted medication at quite a young age, but I didn't initially do it. Like I went to a psychiatrist and he kind of, you know, talked to me and stuff and he was explaining like, these are the symptoms and stuff that's happening. And then I was like, and then, you know, and I was kind of like trying to work out everything and I was really upset about it too. And, you know, and that's when I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to not do it yet. I'm just going to see how I go in the next like few months and just see how I go in year 11 as well. But of course it was year 11 and that's like when everything, stress just hits you.
Well, it's a part time too because you've got the whole like, I know it's called not HSC.
Well, it was like QTAR or something.
That thing.
QTAR. I know it used to be called I can't remember actually, but I know.
Because you've got that too. And then, do you think if you didn't get diagnosed, you would have like anything would have changed? Your journey would have changed, or?
Yeah, I mean, like it's interesting. I mean, well, I don't know. I'm just trying to look at what I can what can represent a similar sort of outcome. I know my family, you know, my mom and my sister has gone through a different journey, but I mean, the other thing that impacted me was probably, like that could have added to the stresses as well was when my parents split up, but that was for a purpose and a meaning, you know, that was their own journey. Like, I feel like, you know, everyone goes on their own journey for a reason, right? And that's, but I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel again like I feel like no matter what, you know, in life, like whatever journey, like whatever thing happens, I always believe that it's for a purpose, for a reason.
I say everything happens for a reason.
Exactly though, like, and that's the thing. Like, no matter whether it's negative or positive, like the outcome is always, you know, an incredible thing that you're always learning about that outcome, and you're always adapting to, you know. And then again though, you know, it's just purely like it's actually just, it's just for a reason. So, you know, it's just that reason. So, and then you find your purpose when you get older and stuff. So,
exactly. Yeah. It's funny how you think you're so wise, like going through the years, and then I mean, I'm still not wise, but you're like, what 20-year-old me? I'm so wise. But, oh exactly, god, you're like idiot. The things I used to think.
So, it's interesting. Yeah.
So what was like your grounding tool, or what at that time helped?
At that point?
Yeah.
Honestly, I was so hands-on back then. Like, I was always honestly, I was always using my hands for creating. I was always creating things, designing things. And I would always, I mean, that a specific tool though, like a fidget in a way, I would honestly, like, the thing is though, like, I wish I had something back then. That's why I created the Echo, you know, because I was just like, that was the main purpose of, you know, like, I wanted to create something that, you know, people would be able to use and guide themselves in different situations, and, you know, work on, you know, helping you know, like a learning tool that would be able to get people to, understand things on a different level as well. But just something, you know, just there, you know, just to be able to, also though, like I mean, I was always really struggling focusing and concentrating in classrooms and different environments, like all sorts of environments. And I used to, like, the most significant time was actually, that I remember, was when I was in exams, and I really struggled in exams. So I didn't have anything. I mean, I'd use like
actually
pencils.
Like in the exam.
Yeah, I'd probably use a pencil and like flip the pencil. Like, I'd be doing different sort of things with my fingers and stuff, because I was always trying to like.
Did you ever do like that trick that is supposed to like do something with Have you ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to I don't know.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Focus your brain on something. I know.
It's like a balance thing. Like, I think so. Yeah, I think it's sort of like helping to. I think it's like you go on like. Oh, actually, I can't remember. I think it's like.
I don't know, but I remember there was some guys in high school and they do. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But I don't know if that would work. No, obviously that is.
But yeah, I mean that's the thing though. Like like everyone sort of is trying to work on different strategies and. Like particularly in a school environment, they're all trying to work out how they can. I mean, some people were like just unreal. I mean, some people would just be able to focus and concentrate. In all different environments, but I think that a lot of people, at a point they'll be fiddling. And patience is huge as well. And
we've been
so many different things.
Trained now to be addicted to the dopamine of
that's
phones.
Exactly
and
right.
it's like,
and that's exactly it.
And that I used to be really good, and I know now because I'm always on my phone and I'm managing social media, and then it's like I'm like, oh, where's that thing? Where's my hit?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So it's like I know when I'm on the laptop, and it helps to just be like, no, focus on this, because and even like when you're waiting for a page to load, and because the Wi-Fi and the sometimes is just terrible. I'll like reach for my phone. I'm like, oh, I'll fill it in, and it's just like, and then you get distracted by the phone, and then this is a waste of time.
Yeah.
So it's a good it's a good thing to put on your desk where your phone is.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah, and the fact that with the Echo as well, there's a range of weights now, which is like as in there's a weighted one, the heavier one, and then there's the the middle one, the standard one, which is like a decent size. But what I'm trying to get at is it's a similar weight to a phone in a way. But it's really just I think
it's like a weighted blanket for your head.
That's exactly right, and that's what I explain too with people that when you're actually doing the twirl, you create that it's like an extra weighted feeling because it's kind of weighing you down.
It's weird that it feels calming to be weighed down.
Yeah.
Because we hate being
weighed
down.
It's an interesting.
Ironically, mentally we hate it, but physically we love it.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, it's so interesting. But looking at even like the Udi, I mean I've done quite a lot of research into that as well, and with Davey, Fogarty and stuff, and it's just so interesting, how he developed that as well. I find that so fascinating.
It's just like nothing.
Yeah,
it's nothing extraordinary, but they just went gangbusters.
Yeah, but it's just marketing clever, really clever marketing, and also so much knowledge of business and understanding and fails and mistakes and honestly that's what it's about. That's what business is about. If you can you can fail, you can create multiple prototypes of one thing over and over again. You keep making those mistakes and just keep changing and adapting to change. That's the whole thing, and that's an amazing analogy of life. There's better to adapt to change. And that's the thing. If you can continually do that, and continually go into the unknown, you can take yourself to different places. And that's kind of what happened with me in the Echo in a lot of ways. I kind of dove into it and realized the potential of something so simple. But there's just so much you can do with simple things. Yeah. So it's really cool.
And I like that it's a meditative tool that's not on your phone or in an app. Yeah. And you're it's kind of ironic that you want me to meditate, but you're putting me on my phone. Yeah. It doesn't work, but it's nice that it's no. Yeah. No technology, no Wi-Fi required.
Exactly, because it's just it's definitely not a distraction, and it's interesting because I definitely have credit of I definitely believe that fidget spinners and all different sort of fidgets have a way of helping people.
Yeah.
But with the Echo, it's not a distraction. Definitely not a distraction, because the thing is you can use it as a distraction if you want, but the whole purpose of the tool is to demonstrate a way, or it's to give a way to be able to meditate. Yes. It's a real learning tool, because you have to use your patience. You have to have resilience. To be able to keep going and challenge yourself to keep pushing through. And so that's kind of the way I've developed the Echo variations as well, as that over time, and that's what I'm continually wanting to do, is keep making it more challenging for people to be able to in a simple way. but for people to be able to focus and concentrate instead of using like technology, it's more analog. So that's really the goal, is just analog. And no,
said no one ever. My goal is analog. So then, how did, because you make this on a 3D printer, so talk through like the actual idea to creation, and because you started with 3D printers.
Yeah, so when I was 14, actually, I had my first 3D printer, but back then
I didn't even know that was a thing back then.
Yeah, it's crazy, but like a guy actually gave me the first one of his printers that he wasn't using because it was just broken at the time, and it was a Solidoodle 1 or something. It's an interesting name, but it's it was really like an interesting little 3D printer. And I kind of got it to work for a little bit, but then I just put it down and I put it back up, and I didn't really like, at that point, like in time, the software wasn't very like, it wasn't that easy to use and stuff. And when I was 14, I kind of had a lot of stuff going on, like, and it was close to like my when I was 15, so I wasn't fully passionate about it, and I didn't really know too much about it either. So.
I don't know much about it. So how does it work? Do you like design on a software on your computer and then connect it?
So what I use CAD software. So it's actually like basically software that you can 3D model on. So, and you create a sketch and then you turn that into a 3D modeling like version of the sketch by extruding things and doing all sorts of different things. So it's really amazing. Like, it's very interesting. But yeah, the specific program that I use is called Fusion, so AutoCAD Fusion. And it's really amazing. Like, honestly, like, I'll keep saying that because it's simple, but it's super effective. There's a lot of other ones that I could have used, but I just chose Fusion. I started with Tinkercad like a long time ago, and then I sort of started realizing that I really needed to learn different ways to create better sketches and better 3D models of what I was doing and stuff as well. So again, no, it's a simple software, but it can really be super effective in a lot of different ways. So I definitely recommend Fusion, if anything. But as far as going into the next step though, so once you've actually
because did you have
created
the design in your head first?
Yeah. Well, I honestly, like, what do you mean by that? Like, just do you mean like the actual design of the? Well, yeah, I mean, honestly,
how did this come about?
Yeah, how did this come about? So like, I actually I was doing a lot of previously. Okay, so the way that, and I always explain to people at the markets as well, the way it fully came about. Like, I was actually working with a guy. Well, I was talking to a guy. This was actually quite a few years. This was back in 2022. So I was working on a communication device, and I was also working on a lot of designs when I was at doing support work as well. Well, that was when I was doing support work. Sorry, but specifically though, like, went back in 2022 though, I was working on a communication device that had similar sort of shape, similar model. But it was different in the way that it used like facial like expressions. So to help people to communicate on a different level. But it was using like also noises and stuff as well. So facial expressions, and when you clicked it, it flipped it over to a different facial expression. So but it was still using sensory aspects. But I just started realizing that I really wanted to simplify it even more. But,
so is that to reflect to someone else what they were feeling?
Yeah, and it's for like non-verbal, non-verbal people, for example.
Right, okay.
So communication non-verbal, like, and it was specifically for like people with those sorts of disabilities. Like non-verbal, and it's also got that sound aspect as well. So I mean, and the vibration. So that vibration was a huge part. So actually feeling that sort of the click sort of thing. So you felt the vibration.
So like satisfying.
Yeah, and it's cool.
Like the pen clicks.
It's so good. Yeah, but the other thing is though, the really cool thing about that particular one that I was developing was the fact that that particular sound, it was kind of like Morse code in a way. So that's what I was kind of working on originally.
communication.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the aspects, and then the other aspect was the flipping over. So when you do that, it flips over for the visual aspect. So
did you have a creator?
I designed it. But I never actually, because I didn't have back in 2022. So what are we in now? 2025. Yeah. So back in 2022. Well, I like with that particular period was kind of like midway through 2022. I didn't actually have a 3D printer back then. So so that's right. So so I didn't have a printer back then, but when I did have the 3D printer, it just opened up my horizons completely. Like my dad kind of inspired me to. He kind of just said, you know what, Brent, just go get one, man. Like you've been wanting one for so long, so just do it. And that's when I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. So I got the 3D printer, and that's when sort of my journey just went crazy. Like I literally just started opening up my mind, and I started getting seriously passionate about design, because I realized like all of my previous designs that I've created, which is like my folding stool design in year 10, which was turned into a house and a piece of artwork. It just it was incredible. Like that's one of my really exciting designs back when I was in year 10, and I did really well with that too. But I just like it just blew my mind, the fact that I could 3D model it. And so I did, and it was really cool. So I just did a basic model of that, and then I started looking at cogs and realizing, I started getting passionate about cogs and gears and different shapes and stuff, and I really.
There's something so satisfying about seeing cogs turn. It's weird.
Yeah, it's interesting, and even the noise of it's so amazing. Yeah. So
it's like people have like things like artists or musicians. They've got that. It's like you designer. It's in your blood.
Yeah.
Did your parents? Were they designers?
Yeah. So my mom is an incredible designer, a graphic designer.
Oh, wow.
And she's been marketing. She's doing marketing sort of stuff for a while, but just really good graphic designer though. She actually did all of the designing for Echo. Well, she's been doing it. Like she's incredible. She's been helping with that design for the branding and everything. It's amazing. And my sister, it kind of went through to my sister, and now my sister's a multiple designer. Like she's literally like incredible. She's like a really amazing designer.
What does she design?
She's a product designer. She's a graphic designer. She's a marketer.
So she's design.
She's seriously good at marketing. Like very good. Like she's also she's just phenomenal. Like, she's really good with business. She actually had a business called Healthful Plus. When COVID was happening, she just took it to the next level she really understood it. She tried to understand what was going on with how to help people in a different way.
It's cool because you really take like the problem-solving element, being like, how can I fix this?
Yes,
and then come up with some like
solution-focused. Solution-focused is really important. And that's all through my family. Well, it actually goes back to my great-grandfather, who was the founder of Coles Supermarket.
What?
Yeah,
Coles?
Yeah. No, I'm legit. Like,
your name is Brendan.
Yeah, no, I'm serious though. Like, no, seriously. A lot of people don't kind of really believe it, but it's that GJ.
They should get some branded Coles.
Literally. Yeah, we should just go to Coles and go. But no, this is what I'm saying. Wow. Like, it's like, it's incredible. Like, just with design and entrepreneurial sort of side. Like, that's kind of where it really, the entrepreneur side anyway. Like, that's where it really sort of ties into everything. My dad's another designer. So he's a furniture designer.
Wow.
Incredible furniture designer.
Is their house just like perfect? Everything's designed.
Oh no, it's like where my dad lives actually. In Tweed. His house is phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's just incredible. Just all his own stuff, and like they completely restored this house and just made it. He's got beautiful walnut tables and all sorts of things. So he's incredible. Yeah.
After you design the Echo, did you go to uni or like how was it from when you did high school, and then how were your parents along the journey?
So So do you mean
did you go to uni?
Yes, I went to uni. I did 2 years of uni, all at different times as well though. But I didn't actually. So as far as my designing and my product design skills go,
don't learn that shit at uni.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. So no, I didn't actually learn that shit at uni. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Nothing
I taught myself.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I've taught everything. Like I've literally taught myself everything. So
how'd you learn?
yeah.
Like,
well, I learned through like I learned online. I learned on YouTube.
YouTube.
I learned
Bloody love
YouTube. I've learned on the web. You know, I've learned on all different avenue, even books like all design books. My mum used to give me handy down design books. Also, like I got a design book from a for like sketching, modeling, and all that sort of stuff from a friend back at school, which I really love. So yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, as far as like
what did you study or try studying at uni?
It was actually just TPP, so it was tertiary pathways. So it was a bridging course. Yeah, it's just a bridging course. I literally this is a really funny story actually.
Yeah.
So I actually tried it twice. So I literally did it like two times, and again I had the same issues with focusing and concentrating in classrooms and being able to like focus on that particular subjects and stuff. Like I just couldn't sit still. Like it was too difficult. Like I could sit still, but my whole face would go red, and like I literally like, and this is like a running trait with me actually. Like I'm always going red, and you know, when I feel like I like really like it was full on though. Yeah, it's a stress response exactly. So, and that's the thing. Like I couldn't focus. I couldn't concentrate. You know, and I just got too. My anxiety was like through the roof. Like in those environments.
And then you're like anxious because you know that you're red, and then it's just a
it's like crazy. Yeah. So and that's the thing. Like I just couldn't. I couldn't quite understand what was going on back then. And the funny thing is, and this is what I wanted to tell you, is the fact that like, so I actually tried it for the third time uni. I tried doing TPP again because I just couldn't get through any of them. So, but I tried. I went back to them and I said to them, like, one of the advisors, like the uni advisor people, and anyway, so I was talking to him. I had a meeting with him, and he was just like, and I was like, yeah, I really want to do like get into this and these different subjects and stuff, and you know, I just really want to make it, you know, like, and he just sat there and he said to me, Brendan, like, we know you're really good at business. Like, we know that you can create a business. We know that you know, like, seriously, man, like, it was basically.
So you could have told me that round 1, not round 3.
Yeah, literally, like, but you know what, like, this is the thing though, like, we go through these pathways to learn like what our purpose is, and that's the thing. And all these little things, like this guy saying that, you know, all those little things, like, they all link together. Like, you know, mental health, that guy saying about business, and then I kind of linked those two together eventually. But you know what? It's incredible though, like the fact that he did say that, and I was like, thank you, like, and that's when my journey. I just kept on going. So I kept on going for support work for a while, and then I started going into like the designing. I started getting into design and incorporating those two together.
Well, you were doing like on the ground research, being a support worker.
Oh, it's awesome. So
did you make like some trials? Trial. Be my guinea pig.
I did actually. I actually did. Yeah, I did do that, and it was really cool. Like, because I've worked with like all different sorts of clients, and it's been phenomenal. And good outcomes too. All different sort of outcomes.
It's like the best type of market research. It's like
so
free, hands-on, and
yeah, it's awesome. So it was great. It's honestly, like, I just like I really like am so grateful that I went into support work. And like, because it taught me how to have patience. Taught me how to have like.
You needed to make something like that.
It's incredible, yeah. So, but not even that. I mean, I have patience with this, but it taught me how to have patience with like understanding people, and also understanding myself too. Like, I think that's kind of that empathy as well. Like, I just had patience to listen, you know, and that's a huge thing. Like, listening. You know, being able to listen to people, like. And you know, like,
it's lost. I feel like
exactly. And it's similar to what you're saying before about phones. You know, like technology. Like, people are just wanting that instant dopamine hits because it's instant. You know, instant gratification.
Yeah.
You know, that's what that's what it is though. Like, the habits and the addictions, and So, I mean, that's really like, that's really it. I mean, that's people. It's just discovering yourself. You know, discovering that journey, and so it's amazing that my journey, like, again, like I have so much gratitude every day. Like I love my life.
Yeah. That's awesome. Because when did you because now you're just doing Echo Calm full time.
Yep.
When did you make the leap?
So I made the leap. Yeah, it was a really hard decision too, because I actually
So you see that paycheck coming in and you're like, entrepreneur life is hard.
Yeah, shit.
Hustler life.
Yeah, hustle. It was actually pretty hard, like, because I was working for Ability Collective at the time, and like honestly, like, and it's still to this day, like I loved Ability Collective. Like these guys are like just good energy. And I would recommend it to anyone. Like, it's just a phenomenal place to work. Like, just really good vibes, good energy, good people, good team. Like, just the people that it just drew all the incredible people, which is just phenomenal. Like, it's just amazing energy. But yeah, and I did 3D printing workshops there. So I did 3D printing, and I also did woodworking workshops as well. So I was kind of, the thing is, like, I was incorporating those elements into it, and I came actually to these guys. At the Ability Collective, and I came to them and I was like, I showed them my Echo, I showed them how I've got 3D printing, different abilities and stuff as well, like, and they were just like, this is incredible, we'd love to have you on board, and then it came to the day where I was like, oh man, look, I said to him, I was actually in tears. Like, I was just like, this is so hard, such a hard decision, but I just felt that, it was really my purpose to, to create, and to actually go on this journey, embark on this bigger journey.
It's not you, it's me, sort of.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so true. But yeah, it's just it's just amazing though. I'm so grateful again.
Just good not having to be somewhere at 9 to 5.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right.
I'm a bit tired. I'm at start at 10 today.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah, it's so true. Actually, yeah, it's funny. I was literally just talking about that to Lene, actually, my partner. About 9 to 5s and stuff too. But it's just it's amazing. And you know what's more incredible is the fact that literally it's going so well with Echo. Yeah. The fact that Lene actually is not working with her job anymore, so we're just focusing on the business, and it's just growing, and just the people, you put out the energy, you receive that energy, it's just about what you put out is what you get.
Sunshine Coast, it's just talking to people.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's got a connection that can help you. They're like, actually, I know someone that can do this, and it's just talking more and more.
That's exactly right, and it's just forming those connections on different levels, and you just you're just putting yourself out there.
Yeah, exactly.
You're creating those connections,
Yeah.
And I think the best way, honestly, I have so much gratitude for creating this other product when I was 11. It was a flexible bookmark of the book bands. This is my mum owns that business, and she has a market stall right beside me actually at the markets, which is really cool.
What are they like?
It's like a flexible bookmark, so it's a beaded bookmark with hat elastic around it. And you can put them on your wrist, you can put them on your neck as well, but you can also put it in the binding of a book, with the beads. This is really cool. It's a really good product, and it's super successful.
You made that?
Yeah, with my auntie.
That's
wild.
Yeah,
it was awesome. Yeah, when I was 11. Yeah. But going on though, the reason why I was talking about that is because we started the markets when I was 11.
And you're still not over them.
No way! I bloody love them. I love the markets.
Even winter mornings, and you're like, oh my god, it's 2 degrees.
That's exactly. I'll be there. I love it. I will always be there. It's so good. But yeah, I have so much respect for my mom though, for being able to push through and actually do all of those markets. Also a lot of the time by herself too.
Yeah.
Been able to have working at the University of Sunshine Coast for 15 years and doing graphic design teacher, and being a graphic design teacher, and then doing the markets as well.
Yeah.
It's so much, and there's a lot. You get tired from that. No wonder she was stressed. And
markets are hard because you got to be on with people all the time.
And it's a lot of energy that you're putting into it. So it's big, but it's also again though, I'm so happy to be able to go to the market, and be so I love going to the markets. It's just such good vibes, the team, the community, the family. It's kind of like a family sort of vibe there now, and and it's just like it's incredible. Like it's amazing. So
I even go to the markets like as a customer, and I'm like, like my family, hello, and I fruit veg and like jewelry and
Oh, it's so good. That's right. And it's so like it's so there's so many things you can do and like things you can discover.
Yeah, exactly.
It's incredible.
Because you're at Yamundi.
Yeah, Yamundi.
And then Pridgeon,
Cotton Tree. And we're doing we're doing a lot of different markets coming up. We're doing the Coolum salty Saturdays, which is really exciting. And then we've got quite a few different events coming up. So
full-time market. There's so many, and like the Twilight ones. And
we just got another message from Cotton Tree about Twilight, which is really cool.
Is that in cool?
Friday. It's a new one. Yeah, it's a new one.
In the Met?
No, it's at the park. Cotton Tree Park.
Bloody hell.
It's another one. I know.
I have to update the markets on my website, and every time I go do it, I'm like, fuck, there's another one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just left it down.
There's so many. Just left it down. Yeah.
I need to get rid of markets from my... Like, music markets are more. Music markets can't keep up.
The markets are just awesome though. But like again, like we've got a really busy July. We've got a really busy July, like 12 legitimate like actual markets, but then we've got an extra 2 days that we'll be doing an event. And that's one of the events that we've talked about, which is which is coming up real soon, like in 2 weeks. So it's super exciting.
So what's that event?
It's the Source Disability Expo. So, the Kids Expo, which is really exciting. I'm super stoked about that. So it's super exciting. It's going to be an amazing time just connecting with all different sorts of people. Learning about all different sorts of different people, and also like the different vendors that are there as well.
Are you going to do any sort of like giveaway?
I think so. I think that'd be incredible.
You should do like a challenge and then announce the winner at the end of the day, and then they get a free echo.
I reckon that's a really.
How many times can you do?
Yeah, that's actually really cool. That's a good idea. I think that's awesome.
How many pen clicks?
Yeah, pen clicks. Yeah. Actually, all the trick.
Oh,
the tricks. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. Some of the fun actions. That'd be cool. How many can you do of those?
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that's so cool.
Free content, win-win.
Yeah.
What were your parents like? You're like, or I'm going to quit my job. Were they supportive? Or?
Oh, they were so supportive. I mean, they've always been just so supportive. They're amazing. Like, they're so, they're just incredible. Like, I love my family. Yeah, like, incredible people. Yeah.
So, and then how have you found the business entrepreneur side? Because obviously it's tough. So how have you found that kind of?
Yeah, it's been it's been interesting. Yeah, it definitely has been like, and that's I'm sure like many people can sympathize with that sort of feeling. Yeah,
some days of like, what the hell am I doing with my life? And some days of like, I'm winning.
Yeah, that's right. The thing with my mind is the fact that I tend to like get really, really invested in the one subject or the one thing.
I feel like it's a guy thing. Like guys are way more like they go hone in and things, and then women. I don't know if it's like from being like mothers and you've got to kind of do the household sort of thing. But like when I've seen like guys get into their things, I'm like, I want that.
I want that.
I'd be a lot better at one thing.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades, master of nothing.
Oh man, it's like, I actually, you know what, I definitely understand that actually. Yeah, it's interesting, but so like, look, it has been a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah,
it definitely
like
has been a roller
coaster. From the business side, how have you found that, like being your sole trader, and how like that mental?
Yeah, look, the great thing is like I've got a lot of support. Like a lot of support, like because I've been able to, obviously my family have all run their own businesses, like throughout all of my family. Like there's a lot that goes back.
You're like, I've been here.
It's true. But I've also had my own chopping board business as well before. Which I ran for quite a few years actually.
Did you make them out of wood?
Yeah, I completely handcrafted them, all of them. So I don't do that now, but I love chopping. I was really passionate about that, and I was doing really well with that actually. It was really good.
Yeah, you can charge a bank for. chopping board.
On the earth. Like, it's
just
really
go out
good.
in the woods and sand it down.
Literally, like it's just incredible. Like I love that, and I loved the camphor laurel and red cedar and jarrah and all that. Like that's the main ones that I work with. A little bit of silky oak, but I just really loved like that. That was incredible. Yeah. I actually, well, I mean, I don't want to divert the conversation too much, but basically, like, I have had quite a lot of experience in the business sort of area.
Yeah.
I've always been very entrepreneurial, like, in a lot of different ways. Like, it goes back to when I was really young, I was, like, literally making these wired structures and designing and stuff and, planning on working out how to sell them and stuff like that. And I used to sell rocks to my family.
Really?
Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
It really was crazy.
You're like instead of I can sell ice to an Eskimo, I can sell rocks to my mum.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
so what sort of like advice would you give to someone looking to get into business firstly?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Be open. No, be good luck. Be open minded. Like definitely, it's important to like just understanding like I think it's really important to be sort of optimistic and like that's right. Like having that sort of understanding of and that's the thing, like exactly open to criticisms, open to like like if someone says no, like that's the thing, you've just got to be able to accept that. And I was talking to my mate about that this morning actually, like it's basically like similar sort of topics, but you really need to understand that like in every situation, like in life, you will make mistakes, and that's the thing. And there will be negatives and there'll be positives, and that's the thing to everything. But I mean, obviously, like in business, things can go really like haywire really quickly because you're the owner, like you're the CEO, you're the founder, and specifically if you're doing like you're the founder, you're making everything, you're doing everything. If you're doing everything, it can be really like pretty hard to juggle like all of that. But like what I'm trying to say is that like I think probably the best tip that I can give people is just to find if you honestly to your core, if you find a purpose, just keep going, like keep going with that purpose. And if you find if because you will be driven, like if you find like that doesn't really help with structure, but like with an actual business structure. But I think it's just important just to love and be passionate about what you're doing, and
definitely.
And if you can find something like if you can go into with that sort of mindset, like of like if you can go into a mindset of love and passion and driven to be driven and but I mean you're always going to come with negatives and stuff as well. It's just really like reflecting on things in a different I mean honestly perspective is huge, like it's massive.
Exactly. That's why it's good to surround yourself with
energy, like positive people, positive vibes, that's right.
So like if
and identifying with that too though, right? Because people sometimes will think it's positive, but it's
hard
not,
too,
right?
because I think when it's your business you get really defensive, and if someone criticizes it you're like no, you're wrong. It's like you need to take everything on.
And that's right. I mean, we've had so many people that have come to the markets and be like, it's a fidget spinner. It's like, oh my god, no it isn't.
We'll go buy a fidget spinner
then. But that's the thing though, like because it's so I mean this is so unique as well, but you're gonna get those people that are just saying like you're gonna get all different directions. You're gonna get a guy that comes around and starts bargaining you down for multiple he's like, oh, what price can you give me, what's the best deal that you can give me and stuff like that, and multiple times, and really direct as well, and you're just like literally like, and I'm like, this is a beautiful handcrafted market. People actually put all of their energy and design and efforts into all what they're doing, and but like I think
it definitely teaches you resilience.
Yes, exactly. And I think just the fact that I've kind of dove into a mental health tool, like it really makes me like so much more passionate. And probably the biggest advice is actually go into something, like create something and go into a business that is relatable to the present like what's going on. Like, you know, like if you actually like, it's not only surrounding yourself obviously by good people, good energy and all that, but when it comes to actually like designing a business, I think you really need to understand how to, like, where are you actually, what you know, if you're putting what problem you solve exactly. And that's why solution focused is so important. So that's the thing. Like, if you can like work on, you know, like going into the industry, like if, because I mean honestly, like I'm really grateful that I kind of slid in there into like this, like I mean, I didn't slide in there. I made the decision, but what I mean is by that is like I went through a mental health journey myself. Then I became a support worker. Not always wanting to become a product designer, but of course going to that through that journey took me to different perspectives on life, which made me identify and made me myself stronger, and I actually became more known to, like, I became more knowledgeable about myself and who I am as a whole.
Yeah, it's like it makes you a guru in your field.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's true.
It's funny, I find in businesses when you be like a CEO comes in, but he's just like, even when I was way back working at like the pub or whatever, and you'd be a waitress, and the CEOs that would work their way up to the top, they knew. They got their hands dirty. They know what goes on here. They know what the chef's cooking and blah, blah, blah. But if some top business guy just comes in straight to the CEO top, he's got no idea about like the foundations of a business. So that's the thing. You've like built the foundations of, this is how it feels, this is how it works, blah, 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 and then created a product.
That's exactly right. Yeah. I mean, that's it though. Like, I think it's just like understanding like I mean, what angle, you know, you want to go at, but I think it's just exactly like, I mean, what I was saying before though, like exactly like if you have a direction, like embrace that particular direction, but like, I mean, it's just, you know, you want to affect it in a, like, that your energy, and put your energy into, you know, that focused sort of solutional, focused sort of way, but anyway, well, I think I don't know. I feel like I'm going on about.
So basically, like, you've got an idea. Would you do you encourage people to go for it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Bloody oath. Bloody oath.
The best thing I've ever done.
I'm helping a mate at the moment. You know, like going for his idea and stuff too.
Just pushing him off.
Just go. Just fucking go.
Jump.
Just go.
Take a leap of faith.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's a similar journey as well. Like going through support work. And trying to work out the best route, you know, to kind of like gradually create your own sort of, you know.
Like what ticks you?
Like
what lights your fire?
But it's just, you know, life's incredible. It's just you just gotta take those risks, you know, but like, and definitely be like solution focused, you know, like when you're doing the risks as well, like when, you know, when you're taking those risks too though, but you just got to understand. It's just incredible though. It's a good life we live. It's just a matter of like,
just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. That's exactly right. Just keep swimming. Right. So that's good.
It's a good place to do it because I think Sunny Coast is the most small business owners. That's why there's so much traffic all the time. It's like the beach car park's always full.
That's right.
They gotta work, guys.
It's funny that actually.
And then for people about 3D printing.
Because we diverted from that as well a little bit, but
So what sort of advice would you give? You've mentioned the software and tools. But like, if someone wants to have a play with the 3D printer, and then kind of get into, what would you?
So look, I would suggest.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive as far as 3D printers go. Look, I mean, I got my first 3D printer from JCar Electronics, which is just as local, like a local electronics store. And it's pretty cool actually. I just got the Ender Creality Ender 3 V2 Neo or something like that.
Oh yeah.
That one. That's the one. Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. But that's quite a good. Like, honestly, like, I think it's just, you've just got to go with the basic. You got to learn about the printer. So I think the best thing is not having auto, like, leveling and stuff like that, like auto calibration and all that. Like, you just want to get in there hands on and have a go at doing it all yourself like have a go, have a feel of it, understand of what it's all about, then I would suggest then going to like bamboo, and like learning about bamboo. Bamboo is like another company.
Oh,
that actually, but it's a 3D printer, but it's a branded 3D printer.
So how much is the first one like around?
They're actually pretty like not that expensive really. Like the one that I paid, I think it was on sale. It was like around about $290 or something like that, or probably a little bit less than that.
And then
but you just still have to buy the filament as well, and the filaments like are pretty cheap, like realistically, like especially the ones like the ender ones, that sort of like they're like $15 or $16 a reel, which is like 1 kilogram, and for like a spool. And anyway, but
the filament made of?
It's made out of, well, depending on what you're using, but I would suggest using the basic sort of PLA, which is incredible because it's actually a biodegradable material. So it's biodegradable. So I'll just explain.
PLA,
what's PLA? No, PLA it is derived from cornstarch and sugarcane.
Right, and that's
correct.
Made of?
Yes,
okay.
Correct. But it's an interesting filament. This one's little bit more, like quite a bit more actually, than the usual sort of filaments. Specifically because it's like got 3 different colors as well. So I kind of show you. Yeah. So it's got 3 different colors in this one, as you can see. So it's got that beautiful purple, blue, and yellow in it.
Yeah.
So it's a really lovely one. This one I call this the Ocean Echo, so it's just gorgeous. I love it. But anyway, I do like it. Yeah. It's actually our most popular one as well at the moment.
Yeah, so, I love anything like blue green. I love.
It's awesome.
I've made blue necklaces.
Yes, very nice. Yeah. So anyway,
are they all the filament biodegradable?
Yeah, the particular. Look, I've gone on that journey.
Yeah.
But by it's also like you're thinking about solutions and focusing as well. I could have gone down all different tracks as well with it, but the fact all different, like a bit of a roller coaster as well. But the thing is though, like I've kind of just stuck with the biodegradable filament.
Yeah.
So PLA and like there's other biodegradable ones, like even TPU is actually biodegradable as well. That's a flexible material.
Oh.
Different all different grades of it too. But I use TPU now for my large Echoes, the Echo Plus.
It's cheap too, like corn. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cheap. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's corn. It's incredible, actually. Yeah.
The filament's not, but the corn is.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, but anyway, no, it's just it's good. Like it's just a really good filament really easy to use, and I can say easy, but it's been like multiple
10 years later, it's
easy. My God, yeah. So many changes, but
it's a good idea. It's biodegradable.
Yeah.
Too, especially when you're starting out. I imagine there'd be a lot in the bin.
Yeah. There's a lot of like prototyping and a lot of waste. Yeah, but initially when you're doing businesses, there's always that waste that you get.
I just waste my time.
Yeah.
So and then for like learning it, was it YouTube that you used? Like
for learning
the printer?
Oh, the printer, yeah. A lot of YouTube. I mean, a lot of, like, it was for when I was starting off, because I used other Creality printers initially, because I was still understanding the printer, world. But I came across quite a few different issues, different areas, like with extruding and like, which is like when the filament goes through there's like a little motor in the extruders, and they're extruding, it pushes the filament out of the hot end, and sorry, that was really loud. But it basically pushes the filament out. And you're going to come across all different issues, all different problems with it.
Sort of
but that's the thing, though. Like, it's so cool. Like, it's so interesting, because then you have to fix those. You have to put it back together and fix it. And
you should host more workshops.
Oh, it's awesome. I love. Oh, that'd be cool. Another thing to do. That'd be awesome. Let us know if
you're interested.
Yes, let us know. Yeah, so I looked on a lot of YouTube just to work out. But it's a lot of trial and error too. Though. Like, I feel like a lot of the time, I think it's really important, to be able to just learn from your mistakes and kind of, again, like solution focus. Then, like really like problem solving. Just working things out and trial and error as well. Like, you just kind of, one thing works, you keep going with that same thing. Then, like, you know, if that works, just keep doing that same thing. It keeps on working.
Yeah.
But if you might come across an error again, so you have to work on different parts of the printer to fix that particular issue. But yeah, I mean, look, that's that. But as far as the same question, yeah, so you're talking about getting into 3D printing. So I definitely would recommend to like if you're looking on looking at doing similar sort of thing that I'm doing, which is like printing, like even if you had your own printer farm, which is actually my goal in 3 years, but I would a farm, yes, you have like multiple thin printers, like literally like my goal is to have like over 1,000
of 3D printing.
Yeah, no, it's incredible though that you can have like thousands of printers and stuff. Like there's people in Germany or different places.
Are they hard on the power?
Not really. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. They're pretty easy to run actually. Yeah, I mean they don't consume much power. No,
yeah, that's good.
But yeah, so that's really, but again though, coming back to the printers though, if you want to like scale up with your printers, I would definitely recommend going with a Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon, because it's literally like, I tell you what, like I have literally like done that many hours. Like I think I've printed like on one of my printers, I've printed 3,000. I've been using it for 3,000 hours, and it's like I haven't had any issues with the printer at all.
Whoa.
But that's because I'm so knowledgeable about it.
Yeah.
Now, so I don't understand how, like I understand how it works, but also though, like there just hasn't been any issues. Obviously, like you do the maintenance every now and then because you have to do like the grease and all that sort of stuff. The servicing. Yes, exactly. So, but
what's the biggest thing?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
You've printed, or that you can print.
I printed a boat.
Didn't you have a big though?
Yeah.
Echo?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the Echo Plus. Yeah. So that was
huge.
It's quite big. It's like two, like that size.
I was like, is that an optical illusion, or is it a big one?
It's pretty big. It's probably the size of like full size.
Yeah.
And it's like with the that sort of it's good. So, yeah, it's good. But that's probably not. Boat. Yeah, the boat though was the biggest one. Yeah, that was a fun one actually. That was pretty fun. Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that was cool. That was good. But I printed that on one of the Creality printers actually. I also printed like a mini instrument.
Whoa.
That was pretty cool.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked a little bit. Like I never. Oh no, yeah, I definitely like if I got more like passionate about that particular thing, I think I would have sort of I definitely would have kept on going with it, but I didn't really. Yeah,
you're really solving a problem.
Yeah,
there,
well, that's right. That's the thing, and I was kind of trying to come up with, that.
All the music snobs in the world would be like, no.
Exactly. Yeah. So no. Anyway, but yeah.
So tell us about your range that you've got.
Yeah, the range. So I've got all sorts of different ranges. Actually, I've got an example here, but it doesn't really. This is like doesn't. I don't have all of the range, but basically, you've got this one here, which is the Echo Ocean. I can tell you like, well, I don't actually have them on me. I probably should have brought them, but you've got the different types. So this is a heavy, like a heavy. So the heavy. Sorry. Yeah. So you got the heavy here. So with the heavy.
How is it heavy?
It's about 8 grams heavy. It's 32 grams. So it's 32 grams. So it's 8 grams heavier than than the Ocean. Then the silk. So I'll just explain the range though. So you've got currently got the heavies. So they're like a metal filament.
Right.
So metal PLA. So like fragments of metal, within this particular.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. It's a nice weight. Hey, yeah. I really like it. This is actually my go-to. Like this is the one that I use the most. So. And then you've also got the silk range, which is quite a lot lighter. I think it's about 31 grams actually, that one, and then this is 23 grams. So So anyway, so you've got this one here, and this one is like as far as the difference between Again, like I don't actually have a gear for that, the breathwork gear.
Does that one go in there?
Yeah, but it's different though. Yeah, it's like a completely. It's my newer design. Oh. Yeah, it's like newer design gear, so it's got that on it. So yeah. Anyway, but I'll just continue on though. So I'll just explain. So the heavies, basically, they have a breathwork gear, which it makes it easier aerodynamically. Like it's a lot better. So they've got like a little pocket that you can basically focus on, and that will draw, like that'll make it go around like a lot smoother and faster. That's as cool. Well. So it's a lot easier, that one, to do the breath work. That particular gear, obviously it's not on there at the moment. But then so that's that. And then this one is the silk. I don't have the mini on me actually, but basically anyway, I'll go on. So the silk, it's good for everything. So it's like an all round one. So it's good for it's good for the twirl. It has a different sort of vibration. It's a different, and again, all their own unique vibrations, so they're all different, which is a really cool aspect. But anyway, that's our like kind of middle range that is really good for again, like everything. So good for the breath work. And then you have the minis, which is not here right now, but it's a bit smaller than this one. And it's similar tricolors as well, but it's the mini is. But we just call it the mini because it's quite mini. But it's a smaller one, and it also has a little keychain on it. The mini does, and the other thing that's really cool about it is the fact that you can go quite fast with it, but then you can slow down a lot. It's like it's lighter, and also that's probably the bigger factor is the fact that it's lighter weight, smaller gear, so you can go quite a lot faster. Which is really cool as well. That's pretty much the minis, and that's pretty much it. So
you've got the Connect.
I don't have the Connect on me,
But you've got.
But there's another one. So there's the Connect, which connects any two echoes together. So basically, if I show you like this, so it'll connect any two together like that. Yeah, like this. So it'll connect any two together.
That's the figure eight.
And then you can do a figure eight on it as well, which is really cool. And I'm working on a new design soon, and I will tell you guys. But it's actually called the Echo Rhythm. So.
Is that the
Yeah, I won't show now, but it's super exciting. Yeah.
It's like reminds me of like when they bring out the new Samsung Galaxy.
But it's analog.
So when people want to check out the product, so you got your markets. So they're listed probably on your socials.
Yeah, we're all on the socials. Yeah, we've actually got all our markets on the socials.
At EchoCalm.
At EchoCalm Co. Yeah, that's the one.
So and then wrap up like the three main functions.
Yep. So the first one is the turn.
Yeah.
The second one is the twirl, and the third one is the breath work.
I love that there's like the aspect of the breath work. So it's like there's like breathwork events, and you can't really go to them. All the time, but it's a good way to channel your focus and be able to do that and get into the meditation every morning.
Exactly though, and the fact that it's so like handy to be able to just pick up a tool. And actually just work on it, just with you, know, like, and just working with it, but because it's an extension of you, really. Like that's what I explained, right?
Well, I meditate every morning, and I know that if I don't do it for a few weeks, the first like week back, I'm just like, this helps to like bring it back instantly without getting lost.
And the fact that like there's so many other elements of it that like can help you and guide you into breath work. Awesome.
Sweet. So, any wrap-up words?
You're awesome. Again.
Full disclosure, we've had to refilm this.
I know. Just look, I think just super grateful. Again, I know I've said a lot of gratitude, but I think it's such an important important thing in life. But just very grateful for everything, that everyone. And how everyone has actually supported me through my journey. But also super proud of myself, like to be able to, where I'm at right now, and where I've come, like how I've come is, it's just, it's incredible. So like I'm just so grateful. So and just so thankful that we've met, and we're it's just been an incredible journey. So it's awesome.
Also, come say hi at the markets.
Come check out the markets. Come to your Monday markets. They're on a Wednesday and Saturday at your Monday. But also just check it all out online. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for the
chance.
Thanks.